السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. Welcome back to your favorite grammar guide channel. So we are still discussing on the demonstrative pronouns that we have in Arabic, the Asma'ul Isharati. We discussed in our previous class on the aspect of the close tense pointers. So if you want to see that, you check my previous video on demonstrative pronoun. So we're looking into the second aspect, which are the far tense pointers. Now, as for the far tense pointers, our number one pronoun that we are having here for pointing to things that are far is zalika, and zalika simply means that. Some of the attributes of this zalika is that it is / for singular. Zalika in its own natural form is singular and is used in pointing also to things that are singular. It is / for masculine, that is to say, zalika also in its natural form is masculine and is used in addressing things that are also masculine in nature. Now, zalika is also used for addressing things that are animate and inanimate as long as that particular thing being addressed is singular and masculine at the same time. And one of the key attributes of zalika is that it is fixed on fatha. The last alphabet on zalika is carrying fatha. So, and that fatha is fixed in whatever condition zalika comes, it doesn't change. When it comes at marfu, it is zalika. When it comes as mansub, it is also zalika. And when it comes as majrur, it is zalika. In terms of writing, it doesn't change at all. Examples on how you can make use of this zalika, we have here zalika waladun, that is a boy. When you are pointing to a boy, you say zalika waladun. We have zalika baytun, that is a house. When you are pointing to a house, zalika is the dual form for zalika. So when you are addressing a number that is up to 2, you make use of the zalika, provided that those things you are addressing are dual, which is they are up to 2, masculine, and at the same time it can also be used for things that are animate and inanimate, provided that they fulfill the first and the second criteria, which are dual and masculine in nature. And one of its key attributes to take note of is that zanika can decline into 3 forms. When it is marfu, it is zanika and its alama is the alif. When it is mansub, it is zainika and its sign is the ya. And when it is majrur, it is also zainika and its sign is also the ya. So you take note of it that zanika can decline, but zalika cannot. So some of the ways you can make use of zanika is, we have zanika rajulan, those are 2 men. Zanika jamalan, those are 2 camels. And we have zanika kitaban, those are 2 books. So you take note of how they are being made. So the plural form for the zalika is ulaika. When you are addressing a number above 2, you make use of the ulaika. So some of its attributes are, ulaika are used for things that are above 2 in number. Ulaika can also be used by both the genders. So it doesn't matter whenever, even if you are addressing the masculine gender or the feminine gender, you use ulaika. And it is also used for sensible creatures. So you don't use ulaika for animals. You don't use ulaika to address things also, but you use it to address things that are sensible, like the angels, humans, and the jinns. So ulaika is fixed on fatha. That is, whatever condition ulaika comes in, it will also be ulaika, or always be ulaika. So when it is marfu, it is ulaika. When it is mansub, it is ulaika. And when it is majrur, it is also ulaika. It doesn't change its structure. Examples on how you can make use of ulaika, we have here ulaika tullabun, those are students. Ulaika muslimuna, those are Muslims. Ulaika shuyukhun, Here we have tilka, and tilka simply means that. Tilka is the feminine form for zalika. So whenever you are referring to a female or you are pointing to a female, you make use of tilka. It is singular in nature, it is for the feminine, and it can be used to address things that are animate and inanimate, provided that they are singular and feminine at the same time. So tilka is also fixed on its fatha. When it is marfu, it is tilka. When it is mansub, it is tilka. And when it is majrur, it is also tilka. So in whatever condition tilka comes, it doesn't change in its structure. Examples on how you can make use of the tilka. We have here tilka hakibatun, which means that is a bag. We have tilka hadiqatun, which means that is a garden. And we also have tilka yadun, which means that is a hand. Now, the dual form for the tilka, we have the tanika, which simply means those two. So the attributes of the Tanika is that Tanika is for the dual, it is dual and it is for the dual. Tanika is used for the feminine also, and Tanika can also be used for animate and inanimate things, provided that those things are dual and feminine at the same time. Now, one of the key attributes of the Tanika is that Tanika, it is not fixed like the tilka. So tanika can decline into three forms. We have tanika when it is marfu, we have the tainika when it is mansub, and we have the tainika also when it is majrur. So examples on how you can make use of this tanika. Yeah, we have tanika shajaratan, those are two trees. We also have Tanika Hakibatan, those are two bags. And we have Tanika Hajalatan, those are two wheels. The plural form for Tilika is Ulaika. Here you get to find out that both the masculine and the feminine gender both share the same plural form for pointing to things also. So one unique thing about this ulaika is that it is only used for things that are sensible, and for things that are sensible, you don't make use of it for things that are insensible. Examples on how you can make use of ulaika for the feminine, we have here ulaika to be batun, those are female doctors. Ulaika banatu Muhammadin, those are the daughters of Muhammad. And we have ulaika muslimatun, those are female Muslims. So these are how you can make use of it for the feminine. While for the non-sensible things, if you want to refer to them, to point to them, their plural form, you make use of tilika. So you assume that they are feminine and singular in nature. Example on how you can make use of it, we have tilika kutubun, those are books. Tilika aklamun, those are pens. And we have tilka humurun, those are camel. Leave a comment below, and if you want to get better in your Arabic by getting a better understanding of its grammars, then you need to subscribe now. Jazakumullahu khair as you do so. Thanks.